राधागोविंद भगवान की जय। जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 4, entitled The Appearance of Sri Narada. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudire. Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Vyasa Uvacha Iti Brahmanam Samstuya Muninam Dirga Satrinam Vriddha Kulapatiha Sutam Bhavichaha Shaunako Bravit. On hearing Suta Goswami speak thus, Shaunaka Muni, who was the elderly, learned leader of all the rishis engaged in that prolonged sacrificial ceremony, congratulated Suta Goswami by addressing him as follows. Shaunaka Uvacha Suta Suta Mahabhaga Vadano Vadatam Vada Katham Bhagavatim Punyam Yad Aha Bhagavan Chukaha. Shaunaka said, O Suta Goswami, you are the most fortunate and respected of all those who can speak and recite. Please relate the pious message of Srimad Bhagavatam, which was spoken by the great and powerful sage Shukdev Goswami. Kasmin yuge praviteyam sthane vakena hetuna kutaha sanchoditaha Krishna kritvan samhitam muniha. In what period and at what place was this first begun, and why was this taken up? From where did Krishna Dvaipayana Vyas, the great sage, get the inspiration to compile this literature? Tasya putro mahayogi samdhrina nirvikalpakaha ekantamatir unnidro guro mudha iveyate. He is Vyasadev's son, was a great devotee and equibalanced monist whose mind was always concentrated in monism. He was transcendental to mundane activities, but being unexposed, he appeared like an ignorant person. Drishtvanuyantam rishim atmajam api anagnam devyo hriya paritadhurana sutasya chitram tadvikshya prichhati muno jagadushkavaste stripum vidanatu sutasya vivikta drishdeha. While Shri Vyasadeva was following his son, beautiful young dancers who were bathing naked covered their bodies with cloth, although Shri Vyasadeva himself was not naked. But they had not done so when his son had passed. The sage inquired about this, and the young ladies replied that his son was purified, and when looking at them made no distinction between male and female. But the sage made such distinctions. Katham alakshitaha pauraiha sampraptaha purujangalan unmatta mukha jadavat vicharan gajasahaivaye. How was he, Srila Shukadeva, the son of Vyas, recognized by the citizens when he entered the city of Hastinapur, now Delhi, after wandering in the provinces of Kuru and Jambal, appearing like a madman, dumb and retarded? Katham va pandave yasya rajarshera munina sah samvadaha samabhut tata yatresha sadvati shruti. How did it so happen that King Parikshit met this great sage, making it possible for this great transcendental essence of the Vedas, Bhagavatam, to be sung to him? Sagodohan matram hi griheshu grihamedhinam avekshate mahabhagas tirthi kurvam stat ashramam. He, Shukadeva Goswami, was accustomed to stay at the door of a household only long enough for a cow to be milked, and he did this just to sanctify the residence. Abhimanyu sutam sutta prabhur bhagavatottamam tasya janma mahascharyam karmani cha grinihinaha. It is said that Maharaj Parikshit is a great first-class devotee of the Lord, and that his birth and activities are all wonderful. Please tell us about him. Sasamratakasya vahetoha panduna manavardhanaha prayo pravishto gangayam anadrityadhirashriyam. He was a great emperor and possessed all the opulences of his acquired kingdom. He was so exalted that he was increasing the prestige of the Pandu dynasty. Why did he give up everything to sit down on the bank of the Ganges and fast until death? Namanti yadapadaniketam Shivaya haniya dhanani kshatravaha katham saviraha shriyam anga dustyajam yuvai shato sushtum aho sahasubhi. He was such a great emperor that all his enemies would come and bow down at his feet and surrender all their wealth for their own benefit. He was full of youth and strength, and he possessed inseparable kingly opulences. Why did he want to give up everything, including his life? Shivaya lokasya bhavaya bhutaye ya uttam shloka parayana jana jivanti natamartham aso parashvayam mumocha nirvidya kutaha kalevaram. Those who are devoted to the cause of the personality of Godhead live only for the welfare, development and happiness of others. They do not live for any selfish interest. So even though the Emperor Parikshit was free from all attachment to worldly possessions, how could he give up this mortal body which was shelter for others? Tat sarvam naha samachakshva prishto yat iha kinchana manye tvam vishaye vacham snatam anyatra chandasa. We know that you are expert in the meaning of all subjects except some portions of the Vedas, and thus you can clearly explain the answers to all the questions we have just put to you. Sutta uvacha dvapare samano prapte tritiye yuga paryaye jatah parasharada yogi vasavyam kalaya hare. Sutta Goswami said, when the second millennium overlapped the third, the great sage Vyasadeva was born to Parashar in the womb of Satyavati, the daughter of Vasu. Sakadachit sarasvatya upasprishya jalam shuchi vivikta eka asena udite ravimandale. Once upon a time, he, Vyasadeva, as the sun rose, took his morning ablution in the waters of the Saraswati and sat alone to concentrate. Paravaragya sarishih kalena vyaktaram hasa yuga dharma vidikaram praptam bhuvi yuge yuge. The great sage Vyasadeva saw anomalies in the duties of the millennium. This happens on the earth in different ages due to unseen forces in the course of time. Bhautikānām ca bhāvānām shakti hrashām ca tatkritam asaddhānān nihasattvān durmedhān hrasitayāshah durbhagam sajanan vikshya munir divyena chakshusha sarva varnashramanam yad dadyo hitam amogadrik. The great sage, who was fully equipped in knowledge, could see through his transcendental vision the deterioration of everything material due to the influence of the age. He could also see that the faithless person in general would be reduced in duration of life and would be impatient due to lack of goodness. Thus he contemplated for the welfare of men in all statuses and orders of life. Chaturhotram karma shuddham prajanam viksha vaidikam Vyadadhadayakya santatye vedamekam chaturvidham. He saw that the sacrifices mentioned in the Vedas were means by which the people's occupations could be purified, and to simplify the process he divided the one Veda into four in order to expand them among men. Riga Yajuha Sama Tharvakhya Vedasha Chatvar Udrita Itihasa Puranam Cha Panchamo Veda Uchate. The four divisions of the original sources of knowledge, the Vedas, were made separately, but the historical facts and authentic stories mentioned in the Puranas are called the fifth Veda. Tatatvikvedadharaha pailaha samago jaimini kaviha vaishampayana evaiko nishnato yadusham uta. Of the Vedas were divided into 4 divisions. Paila Rishi became the professor of the Rig Veda, Jaimini the professor of the Sam Veda, and Vaishampayan alone became glorified by the Yajur Veda. Atharvanga Girasam Ase Sumantur Davno Muniha Itihasa Puranana Itameru Maharshana. The Sumanta Muni Angira, who was very devotedly engaged, was entrusted with Atharva Veda, and my father Roma Harshan was entrusted with the Puranas and historical records. Ta eta rishayo vedam swam sam yasyanna anekadha shishyaya prashishye tatu shishye vedasta shakhino bhavan. All these learned scholars in their turn rendered their entrusted Vedas unto their many disciples, grand disciples and great grand disciples, and thus the respective branches of the followers of the Vedas came into being. Ta eva Veda durmedhe dharyante purushair yatha evam chakara bhagavan Vyasa Kripana Vatsala. Thus the great sage Vyasadeva, who is very kind to the ignorant masses, edited the Vedas so they might be assimilated by less intellectual men. Stri Shudra Dvijya Bandhuna Traina Shruti Gochara Karma Shreyasi Mudhana Shreya evam bhavet iti bharatam akyanam kripaya munina kritam. Out of compassion, the great sage thought it wise that this would enable men to achieve the ultimate goal of life. Thus he compiled the great historical narration called the Mahabharata for women, laborers, and friends of the twice born. Evam pravittasya sada bhutanam shreyasi dvija sarvatmake napi yada natushyad tridriyam tataha. O twice born Brahmanas, still his mind was not satisfied, although he engaged himself in working for the total welfare of all people. Nati prasidat dridayah sarasvatya satate shucho vitarkayan viviktastha idam chovacha dharmaved. Thus the sage, being satisfied at heart, at once began to reflect, because he knew the essence of religion, and said within himself, Dhrittavratena hi maya chandamsi guravo ganeya manita nirgalikena grihitam chanushāsanam bharat vyapadeshena hyamnāyāthascha pradarshitah Vishyate yatra dharmadi stri shudra divir apiyuta. I have under strict disciplinary vows unpretentiously worshipped the Vedas, the spiritual master, and the altar of sacrifice. I have also abided by the rulings and have shown the import of disciplic succession through the explanation of the Mahabharata, by which even women, Shudras and others, friends of the twice born, can see the path of religion. Tathapi bat me dehyo hyatma chaivatmana vibhuva asampanna iva bhati brahma varachasya sattamaha. I am feeling incomplete though I myself am fully equipped with everything required by the Vedas. Imva bhagavata dharma na prayena nirupitaha priyaha paramhamsana tateva yachutta priyaha. This may be because I did not specifically point out the devotional service of the Lord, which is dear both to the perfect beings and to the infallible Lord. Tasyavam kilam atmanam manyamanasya kidyatah Krishnasya narado bhyada ashramam prabhudaritam. As mentioned before, Narada reached the cottage of Krishna Dvaipayan Vyas on the banks of the Saraswati, just as Vyasdev was regretting his defects. Tam abhigyaya sarasa pratyuthayagatam muni pujayam asa vidhiman naradam surapujitam. At the auspicious arrival of Sri Narada, Shri Vyasdev got up respectfully and worshipped him, giving him veneration equal to that given to Brahmaji, the creator. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta translations of the first canto, fourth chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled The Appearance of Sri Narada. Shri Radha Golokanand Bhagavan ki jai, Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagadguru Sri Prabhupada ki jai.